back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. So happy to have you. It is Thursday, December 22nd, and man, oh man, is the new year coming up quickly. I can't believe how fast this month has gone, and I am so ready for 2023. I can't even explain how ready I am for this year to be over. 2021 was the worst year of my life, hands down. And unfortunately, 2022 was not a whole lot better. A lot of anxiety, a lot of things going on, both in my own life as well as just in the world in general and in the lives of families and friends. And it's just been a lot the last couple of years. And so that said, this year I thought rather than just your typical New Year's resolutions, I did set some goals for myself. But I also wanted to come up with a verse and a word for this year. So my verse for this year is Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. And rest is my word for 2023. Weary and burdened could be the subtitle of my life the last couple of years. A lot of anxiety, particularly health-related anxiety, but just a lot of anxiety. A lot of hard things, a lot of good things too. Let me be very clear. I am blessed. I have a good life. I have a lot of joy and a lot of happiness and a lot of good people in my life. And the Lord has been so good to me. So I do not want this to come across as that I'm complaining, but weary and burdened, weary in particular, is a word that just really resonates with me the last couple of years. So by the word rest, I mostly mean resting in Him, resting in Jesus. Just giving it to Him. He wants to take it. He wants to take those burdens and carry them for me. And I don't know why I have such a struggle letting Him do that. So that is going to kind of be my primary focus in 2023, is to just let Him have it. Let Him have my burdens and let Him carry me, which is exactly what He wants to do. So that's going to be easier said than done, but I'm sure going to try. The other part of the word rest is, physical and mental rest, learning my body and my mind and when I need to just take a break. And it's not so much taking the break that has been hard for me. It's doing it without guilt, not feeling guilty that I'm not being more productive, or whatever the case may be. No more guilt. When I need rest, I need rest. So yeah, that's the verse and the word for 2023, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited to see how those play out. As far as goals, they're very kind of loose goals this year, not very specific set numbers, with the exception of books. I am hoping to read at least 120 books this year. So loving reading, really getting into that this year, and thought I'd throw out a number. I think I hit 80 this year. I'll probably hit more than that before December's over, but yeah, we're shooting for 120 books this year. Other than that, I have a little list here, so if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. I want to focus on intentional living, which for me just basically means slowing down, savoring every moment of life, finding as many little bits of joy as I can, being present in the moment. I don't want to get bogged down in the past or worried about the future. I want to be present here. I want to enjoy the people and the circumstances and the moments that are happening right now, because right now is all we are promised. So yeah, definitely want to focus on that. I want to cultivate quality relationships. It doesn't mean I'm looking for a bunch of new relationships. I am a massive introvert who could probably be alone most of my life and be fine with it. I'm not opposed to new friends, but I think you know what I'm saying. But I want to take the handful of really important relationships in my life and just really work on those. Just do more checking in to see how people are doing. And whether it's, I'm not a huge phone call person, but phone calls, texts, emails, letters, and cards. I've kind of gotten into that lately. Just checking in with people and seeing how they're doing and letting them know that I'm here if they need me. Being more available in that sense. Yeah, I'm not really good at being there for people emotionally either, because I don't handle my own emotions well, but trying to do a little better at that and trying to be who how do you say this? I was going to say trying to be who people need me to be, but you also need to be authentically yourself. So that's a tricky one, but I think really it's just about just really being as close to these people as I can, spending as much time with people as I can, and just, yeah, basically just making sure that people know that I'm here, and that I care about them and that they matter to me. And obviously hoping to receive that in return, but doing it whether I do or not. So yeah, hopefully this is all sounding better than it is coming out, because in my head it sounds all put together. But the gist of it is just cultivating these really quality relationships. Quality over quantity. I would rather have just a small number of people that I am very close to than a large number of friends. I know that's different for everybody, but that's how it is for me. And yeah, that's definitely a goal this year. Along with that is getting more involved in our church. So Jason and I are back at the church where we got married, the church where I grew up, and we absolutely love the people there. It's been just a fantastic experience so far, and I want to slowly start getting more involved there. First, just kind of in the sense that we want to maybe hang around a little longer after church on Sundays so we can chat with people, and then maybe attend some potlucks or some after, outside of church functions, and, stay after to help with projects like they just did a Feed My Starving Children, pack the boxes, just get a little bit more involved there and really grow those relationships. I just think the in-person church relationships are so important, and we really got away from that when all the churches were closed during COVID, and it kind of sent us on a drifting path where we didn't even have a home church for a little while. So it's just really important to us, especially, we don't have any kids. So someday we are going to find ourselves alone for the most part. And having those relationships, friendships and church relationships and stuff, those can be really important in that respect. Not trying to sound morbid here or anything, but yeah, it's going to be a really good thing, I think, to get more involved in church. And I just think it's the right thing to do. And it's just something I really want. I miss that. We were so involved in church when I was young, and I really do miss that. So, and then I wrote down a verse here, which is Matthew 7:3. It's the log versus the speck. You need to remove the log from your own eye so you can see clearly, to remove the speck from your brother's. And the verse largely is speaking to not judging others, but going along with this cultivating quality relationships thing for me is that I have a certain way that I do things or see things or want things to go. And when other people don't process things the same, or maybe we don't have the same personality, or they don't love people the same, or they don't expect the same things, I have a tendency to pull back and say no. I'm just not gonna, participate in that relationship. And the truth is, if I continue to do that, I'm gonna end up only friends with people who are clones of me, and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing for sure. Yeah, so hopefully this makes sense what I'm trying to say, but yeah, just really, I guess the best way to say it is I want to see other people the way that Jesus sees them. I want to see them through his eyes, not through mine. All people, whether we're talking about these quality relationships I'm trying to work on, or strangers in the streets, or people on social media, or any of you. I really just want to see people the way Jesus sees them, to see them as unique, important people who are loved by him, were created by him, and therefore need to be loved by me. The way I relate to people in general is just something I'm really going to work on in 2023. I am trying to get rid of as much negativity as possible. We started subscribing to the newspaper again, and I think that's going to go. I think we're going to get rid of that, because that has brought some negativity in for sure. I have been staying away from politics and the news and things like that lately in general, because those things have a tendency to become so ugly. And even in my own home, I don't want to bring negative things in. So I understand that we have to talk about hard things in life sometimes, and that's just life. But I am going to try to put a positive light on everything possible. So if your goal is to just complain about something, I'm not the person you want to talk to. I would have been up until now. I have a tendency to be a negative person who loves to complain, but I am putting that away. I'm putting that away. I just don't have space for that in my life anymore. So I want to focus on the good things in life, the joyful things in life, the positive things about people. I want to get away from gossiping. I want to get away from dwelling on the bad things people say or do. I want to get away from dwelling on hard circumstances, and I want to find joy. There are too many things in this world to be grateful for, and life is too freaking short to focus on the negative. So, yeah. I want to get out more. I want Jason and I to spend more time outside when the weather is good. I want to go do things. I want to go to the zoo. I want to go to museums and maybe even go out and see movies again, which we haven't done in a while. I want to go out and shop at thrift stores for a whole day. I want to go out for walks and go visit the Anoka County parks. We have an Anoka County Park Pass. I want to travel. I want to just enjoy those things. The flip side of that, which are warring things for me, is I want to stay home more often. So I'm looking for a balance there. But as far as staying home, really, for me, it's not about how often we stay home. It's about really making the most of our time at home. Spending as much time, just Jason and I, here at home as possible, where we are really just enjoying our home, where we're improving the space a little bit, whether it be redecorating or moving things around. We're spending time here cozied in our office, reading our books. We're playing board games. We're just enjoying this home, because if you don't know already, and if you've been around my channel, you do know, I love my home. This was my grandparents' home. We bought it last year, and it is my favorite place in the whole world to be in this home. So yeah, those are kind of at odds with each other slightly, but I think both can be done. So we do really enjoy a good Saturday where we spend the morning half of the day out and about and the afternoon half at home. So maybe more of that. Just being present in the moment and enjoying life. I want to finish some projects. I've got some projects. I've got some cross stitching, some knitting. I've got some puzzles I want to do. I have a dollhouse that my dad built for me when I was a little girl that I want to revamp and redecorate and set up. I have a little beach house model project that I want to finish. So many projects that I've half started and just put away, so I want to work on those. Looking at my list to see if I'm missing anything here. I think the only thing I didn't mention is decluttering. So a bird just smashed into the window, but he seems to be okay. Distractions. Decluttering, and I wrote declutter and then I wrote ish in parentheses, declutter-ish, because we are not looking to be like minimalist or anything like that. We're not looking to chuck a bunch of stuff. What I mean by declutter is to stop holding on to the things that have no sentimental value, that I never use, that serve no purpose, that I'm keeping for no good reason. I have too much of that stuff still, so I want to kind of declutter that stuff. I also want to go through my wardrobe. It's not that I have a ridiculous amount of clothes, but I have a lot of things that I just don't wear. So that'll be another little decluttery thing. But this video has kind of been all over the place, so I do apologize for that. But I really just kind of wanted to share this all with you, especially the verse and the word for the year. But the goals I just wanted to kind of share, let you guys know where I'm at. I can come back and watch this later and see how I'm doing, and I would love to hear from any of you what your goals are for the year to come, or what things you're doing to, make 2023 a great year. I do have a few things here that I'm going to be using as tools. I have some notebooks and some habit trackers and things like that, but for the most part, I just want to live my life. I just want it to be a year full of determining what God's purpose is for my life, what He has planned for me, because I know that it's amazing, whatever it is, and learning to trust Him with the hard things and the good things and everything in between, and just learning to love people better and to have better relationships with people, learning to forgive and asking for forgiveness when necessary, and there's just a lot of things I would love to see 2023 bring. If it could also bring Christ's return, that would be fantastic too. So definitely ready for that. But yeah, anyway, just to kind of reiterate my verse of the year, Matthew 11:28, come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Rest is the word of the year. Looking forward to a restful year, trusting all of it in the hands of Jesus. So I think it's going to be hopefully the best year ever. It's going to be a good year. Yeah, I just hope all of you are having a blessed December. I pray that you would just have a great Christmas season or holiday season, and that you and your families would be safe and happy and healthy, and that we all can go into the new year together excited and looking forward to it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.